Hello everybody and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. We are beautifying our base and getting a lot of our food situations handled at the moment. We actually have a designated power plant. I don't think anybody has actually built any microchips to increase the efficiency of these bad boys, but they should get on it as soon as they can. And we have not a huge, but a decent greenhouse up and running now too, right? Yes. Beautiful. I'm happy about that. Oh, and we should... Let's just put a door on this other end. That'll make that a mess hall. We got two of these running right now. That's actually not a bad idea to have two of them up. I thought I told him to deconstruct that one, but I may have forgotten to. Ooh, and what do we got here? Care package, a vole pup. Burrowing creatures that eat regolith and collected on terrestrial surfaces. We're going to bring in a new person. Increased strength. Cannot do research, digging, or cooking. Plus 7 agriculture. I'll take that. I will indeed take that. Outside of power... Oh! Yep, they'll fix that. Don't worry. And what we're gonna do here... Actually, this one right here, cancel that one. And just put a wall up there. So it's not connected into the rest of the base. Well, this guy's still running every once in a while. That's good. So they just need to fix that. Oh! And we're gonna eat that dude. And we will. If they can mine that, they should be able to roof this. Because right now that's definitely too big for it to be a greenhouse still. I can just poop out coal. I thought that's what I saw. Could be wrong though. Looking good, looking good. It seems to have gotten a little better since I blocked this off. You know, this oxygen hasn't been consumed, so it's the same as before. It seems to have spread out a little bit better. You can definitely see the what's it called, flowing down here. Ideally, what I'd want is this to be like a little bit of a wider section. What are you doing down here? You can't breathe down here. Ooh, and we got a little tiny liquid pipe here we don't need. I'm gonna get rid of that. Is anybody gonna eat that dude? He looks delicious. I saw a bunch of idle people. I feel like you shouldn't be idle right now. Waiting copper ore. 6.4 tons. We got plenty of it laying around. No problems there. Cancel this. Some erroneous construction bits there, and we could always keep exploring if we want to. Like there's a huge saltwater area up here with some bunch of animals in it. A lot of waterweed. Too wet. Interesting. There's a cold area, cold biome over here, which I am interested in. It's pretty far away to bother like building a power area up there. As you know, the power generates a lot of heat. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about that. Temperature overlay. It's not too bad. It's a little warm. Not too bad, though. See, it's 31 up here. 23 down here. That's a pretty big difference. Top of the base is pretty warm. Let's see here. Is there a... Ice maker uses ice to dissipate a small amount of heat. It's just a tiny little hand-cranked fan. I don't think I'm gonna bother with that. As long as they're not dead, I think I'll stick with what we got. If nobody's dead, they're okay. Alright. So now there's a working power plant and a working greenhouse, and we got our first diddles done. Look at that. Someone eat this guy. Oh, I didn't tell him to attack him. Thought I did. There we go. He turned into barbecue. I can get on board with that. There is... Oof. Seems like the polluted... I wonder if the polluted oxygen is heavier, because it does... It does seem to flow down. I really would like to get rid of the natural gas and stuff. I guess what we could do... let's see, plumbing, ventilation. What do we got? What do we got available to us here? What if we pumped it into a high, like put a high pressure gas valve over there? That would hold a lot of gas in a small area. Oh, I don't even have that unlocked yet. Research time. There it is. High pressure gas vent. Just, yeah, because it's that chlorine and it's taking up a lot of space. And there's a lot of... I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna build another one of these bad boys down here. A lot of this is polluted oxygen. It does seem like it's heavier because it seems to be flowing down. It's the only thing I can think of is it's flowing down, so it's gotta be heavier. Everything seems to be going smooth right now. Shockingly. We're actually making lice loaf now. So that's good. We cleaned up the carcasses. That's a plus. I like that these guys are just kind of meandering in my base. They're kind of cute. Ooh, here's another one down here. There we go. Wait, no, I got some sand. Alright, pause the game. There we go. Attack. Free food. Can't say no to free food. Oh, I'm not worried about the oxygen right now. Ideally, what the biggest problem is just getting rid of the gases we don't want. That's kind of the main thing I'm thinking about right now, because I think we're producing plenty of oxygen. Oh, is he actually upgrading this, I wonder? It seems like we're producing a fair bit of oxygen, but it's just we don't have the room for it. Skills is what I wanted. Roof. Roof construction 3. Liam. Another farmer. Let's get more farmers in here. Let's look at all this crap in here. All this terrible stuff. We have a little... You know what? I think we might... let's see. We would need a... I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put in a pump. And then we need a gas filter. And we need a canister filler. Right here like this. Or we could just pump it out into here. That might be a better idea. Instead of using this, here, let's just do a gas pipe. Out over here. I'm gonna put in another one of these just to make sure that there's two of those in there. Ventilation. We're researching that right now. Right. Yep. Pipes. Anything, well, let's see. We can always change it if need be. Anything we're not utilizing, you know, just vent it right, immediately just vent it right back out. High pressure gas diddle over here. I'll tell them to, yeah, because this, we can open this up into here and it won't be an issue. Put an airflow tile in right there. I'll figure out what to do with this stuff right in a hot second, you know, eventually, but right now, just need to get rid of it. Potential power, yeah, that's potential power consumed, but not actual power consumed. This one's on potential one, so it's this. They're both a little high. I'm just gonna go ahead and plug these in. A lot of this stuff doesn't run 24/7. I feel like a space in between is the way to go. so that so they're not both open at the same time. Because if this is a high-pressure area, the one thing we don't want is it to be... If we open both of those doors at the same time, that'll just... theoretically, just rocket it all those gases back into here. Yeah, hold your breath. It'll be fine. I should probably send them out for some more coal sometime soon. There is a lot of... You know what? Just a little bit right there. A little bit of coal right there. And let's have them pop over into this little area too, because there's a bunch of coal in there I can get my hands on. I don't want to... Whatever we do, I don't want to run out, because that'll really throw everything off. Engine tune-up. Nice. Wattage 900. Wattage... Does it tell me how much with the tune-up? Power up 50%. Holy crap. That's way better than I thought it was. That's amazing. Another toilet would be a good idea, too. This base is probably pretty ugly. I haven't looked at the decor overlay. Okay, so one of the nicest places is the bathroom. Mostly because there's nothing ugly in there. That's not exactly, you know, survival's more important. I have no idea if what I'm trying to do here is going to work. I'm going to tell them to take oxygen out, and you know. Okay, so we can send output 2. That's the one that goes north. Is just going to be oxygen. Everything else can get hooked out off into the doodle here. But we do have to wait for that research to finish. They're making good progress there. And the power line's not even plugged in. And then if we want, what we could do is we could put a deodorizer in there, and then a another pump that takes any oxygen from in there and pumps it back out into the base. And that would clear up, you know, that would make sure there's no oxygen being wasted. Yes. Mine me coal worthy of Mordor. All of this they can get to easily. It's near the ladder. And then what ideally what I want them to be able to do is kind of like start over on this end. It'd be great if we could get this up sometime soon. What we got? Care package, copper ore. Go ahead and print it out. Take a ton of copper. No point in saying no to it. Alright, so now there is what I hope is an airlock. Did we finish our research? We did. Okay, ventilation. Never mind. Well, I mean, we could use it as a regular... We could put a gas vent in over here, use it as a regular area. Until it overpressures. That seems to work right. Definitely is a functioning airlock. Also, we're making food now without taking up our precious time. I'm going to tell them to turn this off. There's a lot of food in there right now. Okay, so now let's take a look at our ventilation here. Chlorine's green. I think. Yeah. Okay, so that's just going to pull any unwanteds and get rid of it. And it does seem to be working. I would have to let it run for a while, but it looks like it's working. I mean, this outputs ox. I told it to throw the oxygen out of here. I mean, I could just tell it to, That's fine right there. I don't think there's a lot of oxygen coming through here. Natural gas, carbon dioxide, chlorine. So yeah, I'm seeing carbon dioxide, chlorine, and natural gas getting pumped out pretty regularly. Every once in a while I see a little oxygen blip go up out the top. And this is all connected together. You can see the pressure going up in here, but taking it out of the base is what we wanted. We wanted to take all those unbreathable gases and get them out of the base. And then over here we can do something. We'll do something with them over there later. That's just it's a temporary solution. The high pressure vent, you know, would allow us to have, you know, this super high pressure area we could utilize, and we can crank a bunch of it into there. But you gotta get oil. I've never found oil in this game as of yet. Haven't done a lot of exploring though. That's the thing, is I haven't gone far. I can tell these guys to keep going up, but we're gonna run into a saltwater lake. We can tell them to go over to get into the cold area, or we can keep going off to the side here. And start popping into some of these other areas. There's a salty area over here I wanted. That's a lot of chlorine in there. A lot of coal around it, though. Is that bleach stone? That is bleach stone up there. That's good. As long as it's... you can see it's starting to, you know, the pressure is building up over here. It's kind of flowing down a little bit. I'm going to tell them to cancel these. Definitely don't need that. Let's take a look here. It's looking pretty good. I'm seeing more barely breathable and less just CO2. That's good. The CO2 is flowing down. It's getting taken care of. The deodorizer here is taking care of the problems as well. I'm happy with this. Okay, that is much better than it was before. It's a lot of my systems are a lot neater looking than they were before too. Not so much hideousness. I like that. There's less hideousness in the base. And right there. As long as this doesn't say overpressure, we're all good. Because once we get to that point, we either have to send someone in and dig area out just to increase the volume of the area, or find some freaking petroleum. My instinct is to go up. Oh, there's a lot of coal up here too. Here, right along there. Right along there. Is this what is this? That's igneous rock, nothing special. Got some ice in there. Any place where there is coal, I want to send people into. And that definitely filled up a bunch. Good. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. One of the next things I want to work on, because this is really filling up. Here, let's... I got an idea. Okay, and then we'll just scrooge that over to the side, and we should be able to take care of this. Just mine it out that way like that, and then what I'll do is we'll actually deal with pumping this into the sieve. So because this is built up quite a bit. Actually, running through a bunch of the algae we had too, but we haven't really gone for algae in a while. I mean, we hit a little bit over here. We haven't really done much in terms of actually specifically trying to get it. Is this set to a higher? It is, and it has organic algae. Good. Perfect. That's what we want. This is definitely working. Oh yeah, there's even oh, you know why there's oxygen in there? Because any oxygen it's pulling out is just kind of dumping in this area. But well, let's take a look at this. I want to. Yeah, it's mostly just pulling in the oxygen. I'm thinking that what we want to do is pump this oxygen somewhere else. Yeah, that is kind of what I was worried about, is eventually I'm just going to be pulling it in and pumping it out and pulling it in and pumping it out. Okay, so let's take a look at the base. Not really anywhere specific. Maybe I could just dump it off to the side down here, because they do end up working down here a fair bit. Because this is running 24/7, basically just pumping oxygen in a circle. Yeah, we should definitely fix that. Gas shut off, automation grid. Really turn gas flow on and off. Okay, so yeah, so let's just maybe just up here. We'll just make sure that we'll just add it in here. We'll put in a gas bridge. Right there. Oh, shoot. And then we'll just take this out. Just make sure that there's enough gas up in here. Just on the side. I think that's a good idea. Gas vent, deconstruct that. Push it someplace further away. And make sure the farm is properly oxygenated. That way we're not just, because, I mean, ideally, pumping it into a circle is not what we want. Ooh, that is a nasty place. We do not want anybody in there. Coal down here, too. Oof, get a little slimy. We can get a lot of slime, turn that into algae. That wouldn't be too much of a hassle. Should mop this up at some point, too. Did they actually finish that already? Oh, wow. Okay, back to the ventilation map mode then. Better. Much better. Oh yeah, much better. And then once we pull a lot of that local oxygen out, then there'll be more, yeah, I mean, you can see we're already getting more carbon dioxide, chlorine. Carbon dioxide I don't care about so much. If anything, what I would do is I would put another one of these setups on that side, and I would pump the CO2 out into a, out into this area. And that should... yeah, that is working really well now. If anything, this is probably unnecessary. I could probably do without that. The gas flow in this base is oh yeah, there's like no there's no oxygen over here anymore. That was great when this whole area was just, you know, unwanted gases, but now but once we got through the worst of that, we were just pumping oxygen in a circle. Just a waste of power. Okay, nice. Much better, much better. I like that that's actually working. And again, we're getting to the point where, you know, where we've pumped a lot of the bad stuff out. So there's more oxygen moving. You can see it clearing up. There's much less, you know, those greens and oranges. Much less of those around. Beautiful. Food situation's looking good. Lice loaf is what I was looking for a lot of. But, I mean, as long as we've got some food getting prepared without it, you know, actively taking up someone's time, that's a step in the right direction. Oh, I'm so happy with the way this is working out. There's a lot of chlorine down here. Yeah, there's a lot of this stuff down here, too. I wonder if there's anywhere unbreathable. It will show you the weights of... I might have to look it up online. Weights of gases. Because I felt like carbon dioxide would have been the heaviest. Because it was building up at the bottom. But now that I'm pumping it out of here, it seems like it's kind of moving south. The hydrogen and stuff like... Not the hydrogen. The chlorine and the natural gas and stuff like that. But still. We're doing good. And I don't need this forever. At some point I can just go over and turn this off because I just want to make sure that it's actually sealed in here. As well, it's just there to pump shitty gases out. You know what? This is actually a really good case study right here. Carbon dioxide definitely is the heaviest. Natural gas is right here. Then there's a level of chlorine. Then there's a level of carbon dioxide down here. I can either move this over here Or I could put another one of these in there. Either way it'd work. I really do think this whole line is probably unnecessary right now. It doesn't move a lot of O2 around. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get rid of it. Deconstruct this. It is superfluous now. It is unnecessary. That also means we can save on power by taking this whole gas pump out, getting it out of the way. Which I am perfectly happy with. Simplifying the base is definitely something I'm interested in doing. We're pumping in other oxygen right above that one, and there are airflow tiles, and the base is pretty well ventilated. Also, that's not like an oxygen critical area. How's that coal mining we set these people up to do? Looks like it's all done. Check the doodle. 2/3, 3/4 full. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, and this can go out. Bunch, another 2,000 kilograms, or we bring in a person. Excavation and cuisine, or machinery. Increased excavation, cannot do building errands. Sure, go for it. We got room for one more person up there, so let's bring him on in. And we do have food now. So if carbon dioxide is the heaviest, it definitely seems like that, because I know what I could do is send people in there to dig some of this out. We don't need this in here. Let's deconstruct that. Clean it up in here a little bit. And let the gases flow a little differently. If they do let some of those gases out, it'll immediately just get pumped back in, so I'm not too worried about that. Kind of gotta just open this up a little, let those gases flow, and see what happens. Just leave them little stepping stones they can hop across if need be. Get a better sample. Get a better sample in here, I'm thinking. Kind of watch it flow a little bit. Yeah, telling people to go in and out of there a bunch of times definitely let some of the gases out. Okay, let's look. Seems to be pretty much holding to what I thought. I see the natural gas at the top, then a level of chlorine, then the carbon dioxide underneath. Seems to be about the same. It's just, I think it may have just happened, you know, the way the air was flowing in the base. I think it just happened to pop out down this way, kind of fill up the basement. I think the best thing for me to do might be to just, again, pump the natural gas and the chlorine out of the basement and into here. Just set up another one of these. I like having that one there, but I'm thinking another one would be a good idea. So let's put a copy of that down here. Plug it in. And then we're going to need some gas pipes. Oh, first thing we need is a gas filter. Directly above it. Like so. And then gas pipes. So, and basically, this is going to be the exact same thing we're already doing. Like that. That's an out. And then this one would be... Oh, we have to wait till it's actually constructed, but plug that bad boy in. We are overloading the wire again, so it means we're going to have to work on our power distribution a little bit more. Just want to get these bad gases out. And then if I want to, I could actually just pump the carbon dioxide out of here and right back down into here. It does seem to be settling. And what would... Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to tell them to do that right now. I am going to do that. kind of an ugly little area right now, but right down at the bottom, because it definitely seems to kind of flow down. The carbon dioxide flows down. And this one doesn't need... Oh, well, it does, you know, it does need a gas filter because, Oh, you know what? I can flip this around, can I? So we want it like that. And then what we're going to do is go... This pipe. This one is going to... This is going to be one for just ejecting everything back out. Wait, no. That's wrong. Because this is the one we can specifically tell, take this gas out of here. So ventilation. How do we want to do this? Thinking... Here, let's cancel this. Take that out. I think I told him to deconstruct it. Dig this out. This will make it a little easier. Continue this across, like this. You know what I could possibly do is just leave the bottom open, and the carbon dioxide should just... I mean, we could test that out. It would work for a while, probably. The carbon dioxide would just flow out down that way. I think it'd be safer to do it the original plan way, though. Just another section of pumps. So this I want on oxygen as well. And what we'll just do is go like this. Plug it right in there, and then it'll, you know, just oxygen going out. I might be over-engineering this, but I kind of like over-engineering things sometimes. And then we'll go ventilation, gas pump, right here, gas filter. Look into there. And then what we wanted to do is just jettison out CO2 right fucking there. And this gas pipe straight back up into here. Just everybody's just pumping straight. We could make more of those if need be. Probably would be better if this was way out over on this side rather than right next to the, you know, right freaking next to the door. So let's go ahead and do that too. They should be able to walk over there without any... Oh, you know what? They can't walk over there anymore because we took out that tile, or the little block that I left there. Oh no, these guys! Dig that out! They're all dying because some stuff fell. Some sand fell. Sorry guys, my bad. Oh yeah, that is all chlorine and shit. That is terrible. That is all chlorine and shit. Alright, gas vent. Put it over there. That should be reachable, right? Oh no, oh shit, that's not right. Cancel, 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 cancel. I do that a bunch. Cancel that. Ventilation. Gas pipe. Over this way. Gas vent. Right there. Maybe we can replace all of those with airflow tiles just to make sure we don't break anything. It's a lot of construction tasks, and well, a lot of digging tasks, construction tasks, a lot of everything right now. This is all hooked in together, which is not ideal. Ideally, maybe this section I'm looking at right here could be on its own thing. I could put I could run one of these down here, put in a little power transformer. That'd be great. Okay, so this we want it to output carbon dioxide. Just pump the CO2 right down over here next to the filter. And it is going to be, I mean, this is definitely taking up more power than is ideal, but I think we'll be okay. We are over on time by a bunch, but I want to figure this, I want to get this settled before we move on to the next episode. I want to see this come to fruition. There's definitely not enough power moving through the lines anymore for all this stuff. We'll work on the power situation for this on the next time. A food shortage. No, there's mush fry in there, and there's lice loaf. You're fine. Quit your bitching. Yep, thanks, guys. And then this just needs to be deconstructed. And I don't know if the vents should... all the pipes should still be connected, I think. Yes. And they'll just move out down that way. Yeah, it's all flowing the way I wanted it to. There's other things I can do to make this better too. Pipe blocked. Oh, because it's not finished. On either side. That makes sense. Now, in theory, if we look at this, this should just be grabbing all the CO2 that's getting crammed into this area, throwing it back over to the, basically where the filter is. And once they finish, oh, they might not be able to reach this. Replacing all these with airflow tiles just so they're not, you know, problematic. If we lofted this up a little bit, like opened it up into this little area, so these flowed up a little bit more, that probably would solve the problem of the air, you know, the bad stuff flowing in and out when we open the doors, or moving the doors to a lower level. That would be better. I think that would be better. Just moving the access over here would be a much better idea. That. Dig this out. And that. I say Cukes right there for some reason. Is that where his body was? That may have been where he decomposed. That could very well be where he just decomposed. And then we'll just block that off completely. We'll still have access all the way. This guy is now scrubbing that CO2 out. We just need to get the CO2 into the right area. I think probably once we clear out this basement, we could probably just turn these guys off. Just leave them there for later. A little bit lacking in oxygen on this side. But overall, pretty good. This is pretty ugly over here. We'll fix it up, make it look nice. Make sure that's mined out there. You know, actually get it set up so it's, you know, got walls and it's not just loose dirt as the sides there. But that is successfully removing most of the unwanteds from my base. And we are now getting the CO2 down to where we need it so that the skimmer actually is operating. And if we look at this, you can see it's operating when it's blooping out the polluted water into the sieve, which it is now. It wasn't doing that for a long time before. Excellent, excellent. Alrighty. With that beauty set up, I think we're going to leave this for the day. About 10 minutes long, but that's okay. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.